And welcome back to the Laboratory Podcast with Dex and Los, where we talk about basketball, we talk about life, we talk about whatever the hell we like. It's me and my man to the right. No creativity. Let's get this shit started.
Oh man, no creativity today. How you doing today, brother?
I'm doing all right.
Good.
Just all right.
Just all right.
Only all right.
It's not fine, but we'll take all right better than nah. So it is what it is. So before we get into the bulk of today's episode, we wanted to clean up a little bit last week. There is one major name that we forgot for the shooting guard list. Even in honorable mentions, he's probably arguable top 10 too. Yeah. And that's Iceman
George Gervin.
George Gervin.
Now, we both made the mistake of thinking that George Gervin was a small forward. So I was going to put him on this list.
But he not.
Yeah.
But he
not. So, when we look up the stats, and it says shooting guard for most of his career,
we was like, oh.
Damn. We fucked up.
We did. So, shout out George Gervin, a bucket getter.
The originator of the finger roll.
Damn it, yeah. I thought it was Earl to Pearl. Either way it go. He was nice with it. So we do want to clean it up, give him at least the honorable mention, but he does also have a case for being in that top 10 spot.
Let's throw Earl to Pearl in the honorable mention since his name was brought up.
Earl to Pearl.
Black Jesus.
Black Jesus. Shout out my dad texted me last week saying we had Reggie Miller way too low. Me and you were arguing if he should even be at that top like 10, that 10 slot. My dad was like, my dad basically said he was pretty comfortable in the top 10. And I said, where you got him at? He said 6. That might be some old head stuff, Pop. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. That might be a little bit of old head bias. Yeah. Just a little bit that's in there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
number 6.
Number 6. And then Drazen
Petrovic.
It was his 10.
Yeah.
Drazen was like that. He was like that. But he was like that
for 3 seasons.
He had the unfortunate, untimely passing.
Yeah.
Projection wise, he could have probably finished top 10.
Yeah.
Probably up there. But unfortunately, he still should get the love and the honorable mentions. We brought up Brandon Roy, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But not top 10. Not at 10.
No. Maybe top 10 when he was playing.
Oh yeah.
Probably
top 5 when he was playing.
Probably 3.
Yeah.
But no, not all time. There's guys who
did a lot more,
played a full career.
Unfortunately, who were. He had the unfortunate
untimely car accident.
Yeah. So just wanted to clean that up real quick. We do appreciate the comments and the feedback. We would appreciate it if y'all left them in the comments though.
Yeah.
We can argue with y'all in public, like hitting my phone in private. It's fun. I like the debate back, but I want to have that same conversation to the public. Let it be known. Let it be shown. Anything else you want to bring up before we get to the nitty gritty?
Just real quick. So for those of you that may have watched this fight over the weekend, if you paid for that,
good for you.
Cool.
You wanted me to pay for it.
I didn't. But yeah, so for those of you that watched the fight between Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley, it was kind of a shaky decision.
I heard it was really scripted. It looked really scripted. I don't know. I haven't watched the fight, so I can't and I'm not a boxing dude, so I'm not gonna always have those conversations. But it was definitely, it's a clip where he had Paul on the ropes.
Yeah.
Literally on the ropes.
And then he
stopped.
Yeah, he didn't attack it.
They was like, this is some top notch scripting. It was like no boxer is pausing right here.
Yeah.
But, and then I saw the flip side of it. It was like he's not really a boxer.
Yeah, he's not really a boxer. But at the same time, he is a UFC welterweight champion.
Yeah.
And they go on the attack until the referee pulls them off of him. I don't know if he thought it was different because it was boxing, but I feel like just knowing, for doing that for years and years and years.
Yeah.
And then at the top of being a welterweight champion, you think like, all right, he's wobbly. It's time to attack. I'm finna kill
It's time
dude.
to put him on his head.
Yeah.
And there was a split decision too. It wasn't like unanimous.
It was a split
decision in favor of Sir.
Jake Paul.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. Shout out to y'all listening to Donda. We'll bring up Donda real quick. Yeah. I ain't listened to it yet. I've heard mixed reviews. I've heard the highs are really high and the lows are really low.
I
so
feel
it balances out to okay.
I feel like
and decent.
Not gonna lie, I don't want to be politically incorrect here. But I feel like all the white people love it, and all the black people are like, yeah,
it's alright.
Yeah.
I've seen it both sides. I've seen it from Kanye fans and people who aren't really Kanye fans, saying literally it's just okay. The people who are like saying this is the best album ever, I love it, is like you just said.
All right, you know,
that complexion looking a little different
from the Caucasus Mountains.
But yeah, I've heard the album is really like okay, but I haven't set aside an hour and 45 minutes to listen to that album just
I've
yet.
listened to it, and to me it's just okay. It's an okay listen.
We keep expecting, like you said, college dropout Kanye.
Yeah.
And we're not getting that no more.
To me it's a listen one time, and there's no to me there's not even no songs really that I want in my playlist. It's just a listen. I'm like, all right.
I heard the Lil Baby verse. I really like the Lil Baby verse, but it's Lil Baby ain't really put out a verse I ain't fucked with yet too.
Yeah,
so
Lil Baby just gets on other people's songs and says, "This is my song now.
Yeah,
this song belongs to me." That song, has he
now out rap Drake, Cole,
as far as features
and Kanye in the same year?
Oh yeah, he's out rap Drake, J. Cole, and Kanye. Well, Kanye, I don't even know what
did Kanye rap on that?
I don't even remember.
I just heard the Lil Baby
I think
verse.
Yeah, he did rap on it, but no, that song sounded like a Lil Baby song featuring Kanye. That's what it sounded like.
Damn.
For sure, the whole sound, just everything. I'm like, this is a Lil Baby song featuring Kanye. Kanye is just here, just for name value, and then you think about it, this is on Kanye's album.
Yeah. Damn. Right. Sheesh. All right. Anything else you want to bring up before we get? Anything else you want to get to before we get to the list?
Nah, that's it.
Nah,
we can get to it.
So, we did point guards.
Yeah.
We did shooting guards.
Yeah.
And we fucked up a little bit on both of those lists, but we're gonna try our best today. When we do the top 10 small forwards of all time.
Yeah. And try to get the honorable mentions right.
Yeah, the 50 that we're gonna forget. Yeah. So, as you know, like I said, we're doing the top 10 small forwards of all time today, and I'm gonna kick the list off. I'm gonna do it.
You do that.
I'm gonna do it. Number 10, Carmelo Anthony.
All right.
Carmelo Anthony is. I don't think it's arguable. I wanted to put him higher, but before I actually say this shit was hard. It's like really hard after probably about 4 or 5 spots, like just who you can squeeze in that like top 10, like because there's so many people who could be in it. Like shooting guard is hard. It was like it's a lot of people who could be here, but what's the order we got them in? We had pretty much the same order for that, but small forward it was just like do I put this guy over this guy or do I not put this guy in? It was really hard. But this could also be, like I said, recency bias. I grew up watching Melo. Melo is probably one of my favorite players of all time. There's 2 Melo matchups I will watch at least probably 2 times. Well, I watch it more than a year. But it's like 2 Melo matchups. It's the one versus Kobe in the Western Conference Finals in 2009, and then I think it was 2010 when he was killing LeBron. When him and LeBron had that battle. Yeah. And that... Well, Melo made me want to do a jab pull-up from the mid-range so bad after watching. I was 13 in the driveway practicing jab pull-ups, and that shit was lethal. But Melo, I don't think I really have to make a big argument for Melo. 10 All-Stars, 6-time All-NBA. It's Melo, so you don't have no all-defense. First ballot Hall of Famer, though. One of the best, if not the best. He's probably the best one-and-done player of all time because he won a championship too. I want to say one and done. Just in college in Syracuse. Yeah. Led freshman led Syracuse to a championship.
3-time
gold medals.
Yeah.
3 gold medalists. He was leading until Kevin Durant came through. He was the points leader, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
KD now has 3, right?
KD now has
2012,
3,
2016, 2020.
I have 4. No, he won in 08. Never mind. But yeah, he will. Yeah, right. 2020, 2021. But yeah, Melo is my number 10 spot.
I wholeheartedly agree with you. of Carmelo being number 10.
Yeah.
I don't have much argument against that.
Yeah.
I don't think you should argue against Carmelo being number 10.
Yeah.
All time. I think we could say, the man was putting up buckets. He is probably, one of the best scorers
of all the times.
Yeah, like if Kobe says, "Oh, this guy's tough. I can't guard him. He's strong as a bull." that gives you a lot of respect.
I think you watched All the Smoke a little bit.
Yeah,
I think you like me when you just pick out like, "Oh, I like this guy. I'm gonna watch this interview."
Yeah.
He did one. He was their 100th episode. So shout out All the Smoke podcast. In the 2 years when y'all finally hear the shout out.
Right.
But Melo had a really nice interview and talking about like his time with like the Nuggets and the Knicks, and then he ain't really talk about the Trailblazers too much, but like he was saying like he didn't want to leave the Nuggets, but they were like, all right, we're gonna rebuild, and he was like, I just was in the Western Conference Finals a year or two ago.
Yeah. Why
we rebuild? He said, well, if y'all rebuilding, I want out. I don't want to leave, but if that's what y'all want to put me through, I'm leaving. And then the Knicks, it was pretty much a similar thing. He was, I thought it was gonna be a Knick for lifer.
Yeah.
For a lifer. Yeah.
I still remember the All-Star game when he was still on the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And they were interviewing him during the game, like before halftime.
He got traded.
Halftime.
He got traded, right? But he had to play for the.
I don't know if
he got traded at the trade deadline.
Did he?
Yeah, he got traded like right before the trade deadline. It was either at the trade deadline or right before. Because I remember we was like, so what conference does he play for? And it was like, well, you were in the Western Conference where you got voted. So guess where you finna be at?
I want to say it was before.
Before the deadline?
Before the deadline, because they were asking him about him getting traded. They were asking him like, "Hey, how do you feel about getting traded?" But he didn't get traded yet, though.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think it was either Kobe or LeBron came in. They're like, "We ain't answering no questions." I can't remember. I want to say it was Kobe because it was Western Conference.
Yeah,
and
probably.
He was like, "No, we ain't answering. We ain't answering none of those questions. That's enough of that."
Melo is probably one of my favorite players of all time. I have a lot of those too, though. He's like,
you like everybody.
I don't like everybody. It's somebody I'm gonna bring up later, and I don't like them.
All right. So my number 9.
No, your number 9. You go.
Number 9.
Go ahead.
James Worthy.
We ain't gonna have no differential list again. I also have James Worthy, but go ahead with your reasoning.
So we got 3-time champion, 1-time Finals MVP, 7-time All-Star, James Worthy.
Yeah, and 2-time All-NBA.
2-time All-NBA, just off of running. Off of cuts.
We're on the fast break.
Yeah, off of just Magic Johnson's greatness. Not that James Worthy wasn't great. He's number 9 obviously on my list, but Magic Johnson had a whole lot to do with that.
Yeah,
I feel like because you're gonna get a lot of points off of Magic Johnson. I could probably average 12 off of Magic Johnson.
I feel that. I also have James Worthy at my 9th spot. Like 17-5-3 for his career. Like you said though, you listed all the accolades. I ain't gonna have to repeat them again. But being able to squeeze a Finals MVP while you're on the same team as Magic Johnson and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I was debating on not putting him on this list, even as a 3-time champ. But I'm like 3-time champ. Yeah. Not like you said, not like that he wasn't great. He was still a bucket in his own right, but maybe not a severe bucket as the other names we'll probably have on this list.
Yeah. He wasn't the superstar player.
Nah.
Of everybody else.
He was the help.
Yeah, he was not the number one option.
Yeah, that which let him eat a little bit. He's here because I was gonna have him in my honorable mentions, but three of them rings.
And one of them a Finals MVP.
3 of them, and then one of them is a Finals MVP. So again, I also have him at my 9th spot.
On that Finals team, out of Magic Johnson and Kareem being there,
they
thought you were the MVP.
You're that guy this year, pal. Yeah. You're that guy, pal. My 8th, I have the late great Elgin Baylor on my list. He was also one of the ones I didn't get a chance to watch a whole lot growing up, but that resume says something way too nice to not have him in at least your top 10. Yeah. Lower depending on like the comp level, who else was in the league, and all the other stuff people say about the older dudes.
But we're agreeing a little bit too much.
I don't like this. We're not arguing as much as I want to. This doesn't create the clicks.
If you put the poll up and I somehow still lose, I'm finna be mad.
I'm finna just do a blind poll. I'll just keep doing the blind polls. 11-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA, and 27, 13, and 5 of them dimes for his career. That's what he averaged. Yeah. But he ain't never won a ring.
Nah.
He never won a ring.
Nah.
Unfortunately. He played in the time of the Great Whites.
The Great Whites.
The Great Whites in Boston. Yeah. So it was just a little tough. But yeah, Elgin Baylor was severely like that. I know we keep saying that, but severely like that. If you averaging 27 for your career, that's some shit. Like it's not a whole lot of players I feel like they can say they average like 25. That's not like known as elite buckets. Are you checking? Make sure I got the stuff right. You used to try to call me out.
No, I was checking some other stuff. Don't worry about it.
I'm guessing you also have Elgin Baylor at 8 since you said we agreeing just a little too much.
Yeah, I do have Elgin Baylor. I mean, like you said, you look at the man's resume, it's kind of hard not to have him there. I mean, we didn't watch it. You know, we like to say recency bias.
I watched it a little bit. I ain't watched it a lot though.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard not to. You know, you look at somebody's resume, you're like, all right,
shit,
we can't not put him top 10.
Yeah, it would have been a lot easier for my top 10. It probably would have been a whole lot more arguments if I didn't have him and another name. I'm probably gonna say, and you're probably gonna have too. It would have been a lot more arguments we'd be having right now.
Indeed.
But no, we respect the legends.
We respect the legends.
All right, who you got at 7 then?
I have Mr. John Havlicek.
God damn it!
Oh,
why?
Whoa. So yeah, Mr. John Havlicek, 8-time champ. That's in itself kind of hard to argue with. I mean,
8-time champ, indeed.
8-time champ, and in that time of being an 8-time champ, he was hooping. It's not like he was just there.
Yeah, no, he was that guy. He was definitely that guy. He got one Finals MVP though.
Hey, one is enough.
He got one. James Worthy only got one. So yeah,
one is enough.
One.
At one point in one of those finals, they were like, "You're the guy." Which one was it? Do you know which year?
Nah. But the Celtics weren't playing fair.
Nah.
He only got one Finals MVP, and he was a 13-time All-Star.
That's crazy.
Celtics really was stacking.
Yeah, it's really not like he wasn't hooping. Like he wasn't like that. He was really like that within those 8 championships. How many All NBAs?
11. And 8 All Defense. So here's the reason why he's not higher on this list is because he played at a time where it wasn't a whole lot of comp. I realized he was running the table though. He was part of the team that was running the table. So the reason why he's not higher is because the other guys we have on this list, we at least watched.
Yeah.
A whole lot more. Not even a little bit more. Like a whole lot more.
Yeah.
But we had to squeeze them in there somewhere. And I didn't want to be
look at the man's resume.
I didn't want to be like they're 9 and 10.
Yeah. Look at the man's resume. You're like, kind of hard not to.
8 championships. And he was pretty big factor in those championships. It was one he was the factor, but the other ones he was a pretty big factor.
Yeah, there was one he was the factor.
Yeah.
That's tough. It's tough not to put in these old farts. But we have to put them in there because their resume speaks for themselves.
Why they gotta be farts? What you want? All right, my number 6. I got Dr. J.
Dr. J?
Dr. J.
And this is where we disagree.
Finally! Shit! About damn time.
Yeah.
Dr. J, look, I'm not including ABA. I don't know if you did.
I did.
I don't know if you did. Nah, you did. He got one.
Hey, he was hooping.
He was hooping before the merger went through, and then after the merger, he was still hooping.
We talking all time, not NBA time.
Whatever. Finna put top 10 all NBA. Niggas gotta be specific. Be Pacific. Dr. J was like that too, though. Before Mike came in, he was the GOAT.
Yeah, he was the GOAT.
He was the GOAT. So after Mike, he no more GOAT. The greatest layup of all time. Numero uno.
Yeah.
He was catching bodies left and right. He was an all-star, I believe. Every year he was in the league, he was an all-star.
He was ahead of his time.
He was way ahead of his time. He was very much ahead of his time.
Imagine if he had a crossover.
Imagine if he knew how to shoot before they was like, so the line is there, but it's just there for when we need it.
Right.
Not, we're relying on this.
Yeah, this is your game now.
Yeah.
Imagine that. Imagine where Mike would be in the points if he decided he wanted to take threes like everybody else does now. He'd probably be number one. Instead, he topped off at number 3 before Kobe and LeBron came around. He took a lot more threes than he did.
Yeah. And played longer, too. But, yeah. Dr. J, one-time champ, two-time ABA. I know he got 2. I did want to shout out the ABA because he was killing in the ABA. I think he was averaging like 30. And then the league came. He was like, I'm not going to average 30, but I'm still going to put buckets on y'all head. The comp went up. Yeah. The buckets didn't change that much, though. He did win 1 ring, like I said, 1 MVP, 11 All-Stars, and 7 All NBA.
There you go.
And I think he didn't have that much time in the actual NBA.
Here's the crazy part, though. If I remember correctly, he only has 1 All-Defensive Team appearance.
I didn't know if he had 1.
I think he only has 1. I think 1 singular one.
All right.
But I don't see how that's even possible, considering the man was averaging like 2 steals and a block a game, a block and a half a game. For his career, he's averaging at least 1 steal, 1 block a game.
Racism.
Yeah, I guess. They were putting John Havlicek there.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Dr. J, though. The greatest afro of all time, probably, too. No, that's Wilt. That might be Wilt. That's the greatest afro of all time.
Wilt.
Didn't Wilt have an afro? Wilt had a mini fro.
I don't remember Wilt having a fro. He had a smaller fro with the Lakers. Well, if we're talking like fros, then it'd probably be Dr. J and Ben Wallace second.
Greatest afro list coming next week, y'all. Greatest afros.
So my number 6, which is different from yours, is Scottie Pippen. So I have Scottie Pippen there, and let me tell you why I have Dr. J ahead of him.
All right.
Dr. J, with his 3 championships, 1 NBA championship, was the Batman.
All right.
Scottie Pippen was Robin in all 6 of his championships.
All right.
No finals MVP.
Okay.
At least John Havlicek got 1 out of 8 appearances there. James Worthy even got a finals MVP. Scottie Pippen, none. 0. Zilch. Nada.
Damn. I don't think Dr.
I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from Scottie Pippen.
Is Dr. J finals MVP?
I don't know. Was he? Probably not.
Uh-huh.
Was he not?
I don't think so.
How you know?
Because I wrote everybody.
You think it was Moses Malone?
Probably. It probably was Moses Malone. You saying it like it was crazy.
Let's make sure real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, nonetheless.
Why don't you check that?
Nonetheless.
Niggas Batman and let this Robin. If he was Batman, why is Robin get the finals MVP?
I don't know.
Tell me that.
You tell me why. You tell me why Scottie Pippen didn't make it to the finals both times. Michael Jordan wasn't there.
What'd you say? I didn't even hear that.
You tell
What'd
me
you
why.
Say? Come again.
Tell me why Scottie Pippen sat down.
I can't even hear what you said.
For the final
What'd you say?
Shot of the game.
Racism. That's why. He said it. He said he felt it was racist.
You tell me that, huh? You got an answer for that? Scottie Pippen sat down for the last shot of the game.
I will when I get to him. I will when I get there.
He sat down.
He did sit down. And guess what? He stood right back up to shake everybody's hand after the buzzer sounded. Anyway, my
2 All-Star Game MVPs. Haha. For Dr. J.
No finals MVP though, was it?
No.
It wasn't.
But Scottie Pippen, he is great. He was probably the
probably
the OG LeBron.
Yeah.
He is a defensive mastermind. No DPOY though.
We'll get to. I'll make my argument for Scottie in a moment, but not number 5 right now. He'll probably finish ahead of Scottie, and where I have Scottie at. Kawhi. I got Kawhi at number 5 right now.
I agree.
Kawhi is.
I also have Kawhi.
We're not arguing enough for me. I don't like this. Why we don't ever agree like this?
We tried to argue and then you started talking over me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't remember that happening. When was this? Kawhi. I got number 2. 2 of them things. 2-time champ, 5-time All NBA, 5-time All-Star. 2 Not 1,
2,
not
3,
but 2. 2 defensive player of the years and 7-time all defense.
Yeah,
that's nasty.
That is nasty.
Considering,
and the second greatest Raptor of all time.
He dares you to argue. He will dare you to argue
in
against
his one season. He's done more than any other Raptor besides
Kyle Lowry.
He is the second greatest Raptor of all time. There is literally nothing you could say. All I have to say is ring. There is nothing else.
You're not going to hear no other argument after
ring. Finals MVP, ring. For the Raptors. Came in one season. One is all he needed. Ring. Left. That's all he needed.
He didn't even want to be there.
He didn't even want to be there and got Toronto a ring. There's nothing you can say for this argument. You can't say, well, Vince Carter was there. You know, he was there for blah, blah, blah seasons. You know, him and Chase McGrady,
they was getting buckets.
Right, he has more points. DeMar DeRozan has more points. He leads in this, and that. Ring. Championship for the city. Drake loved him.
Drake loved him for the season he was there. But yeah, Kawhi, like I said, Kawhi got drafted 2011. Yeah, 2011. He got drafted the year after. In his 10-year career, he already has 2 rings.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, 2 defensive player of the years. I list on his accolades. I ain't got to go back. And he's still competing for that. Only knock that's really on Kawhi is that he just can't really stay healthy. He did come in. He got drafted when he wasn't that guy like right away. But the moments they needed him to be that guy, he was that guy. And 2014 finals against Sir LeBron James. The growth from the year before is crazy. You see him being a little bit more relied on for buckets. But Kawhi grew to be so great that Popovich changed his whole offensive system, or made the exception. It was like, hey, so we're going to do some ISO plays. He probably said that at practice. It was like, oh, yeah. It was like, all right, only for Kawhi. only for Kawhi. With the robot handle and all.
Yeah.
And, the 05 cornrows. Giving you buckets and New Balances. The only motherfucker that would probably be doing that right now.
He wasn't wearing New Balances back then.
No, but I'm talking about now.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about now. Not then. But yeah.
How many people can you say are giving you buckets and New Balances in 2005 braids?
Yeah, Boardman gets paid. That's all that matters, though.
Yeah. I'm a fun guy.
The
greatest laugh of all time?
Probably. The greatest singular laugh of all time. But yeah, Kawhi is like that. Kawhi will probably finish his career higher on this list because he keeps hooping year in and year out. He just don't be playing all the games year in and year out. But he don't be getting the same hate that Kyrie do. So what's really going on? It's the braids. Because
Kyrie be going on spiritual missions to not play.
Take care of your mental, take care of your chickens. That's what Marshawn Lynch said. He's taking care of his mental.
Yeah, that's what we said about Kyrie take care of your mentals, and then he went off to go party.
You don't know that.
We seen it.
You don't know that.
That man went to a whole party.
You don't know that. You don't know if it was a party.
You know why?
It was a get together.
You know why? Because Kawhi be quiet, but we know he loves basketball. Kyrie be playing basketball like it's a hobby.
He's still one of the best to do it.
He's still one of the best to do it, but he be hooping like it's a hobby, though. We'll see if I feel like playing today.
That's facts. It is facts. All right, so we already know our number 4s.
Yeah.
Can I make my argument for Scottie over Dr. J now?
Do as you please.
6 rings.
Right.
Is the Robin.
Right.
He ain't got an MVP. He don't.
Nah.
We know that.
Yeah.
That's understood. I ain't got to say that. 7 All-Stars. 7-time All-NBA. 10 All-Defense.
Yeah.
10 times.
Yeah.
10 of them things.
10 of them.
With 5 more rings and 1 less MVP. It's just one. It's just one.
3 more rings.
What?
3 more rings. Them ABA
rings. Bitch ain't got no fucking ABA rings.
Them ABA rings.
I was like, why you arguing against the wrong motherfucker right now?
The ABA rings.
Out here throwing me off. Greatest Robin of all time. If he's the Robin, he's the greatest Robin of all time. He's the standard for what a Robin is.
Yeah.
He's the standard.
He is the standard.
Standard.
Until he doesn't want to take. He gets mad because he can't get the last side of the
game.
He
said it was racism. And he believed that this year when he said it, because he didn't believe that shit when that shit happened. I don't think so. As much as he be talking crazy, it do not matter. Scottie Pippen is, like you said, probably OG, like you said, LeBron, point forward.
So we're not gonna talk about them Houston Rockets years, huh?
Oh, we wasn't gonna do that.
All right.
We wasn't gonna do that at all.
All right.
We was talking about the greatest. We was talking about the greatness. We don't be talking about Michael Jordan Wizards years. Why we gotta bring up Scottie Pippen on the Rockets? You just be out here hating on Scottie.
I'm not hating on Scottie.
You be hating on Scottie.
No, I'm just saying Dr. J is higher on my list.
Yeah, no, it's alright. We ain't too mad at it. But yeah, right now I think Kawhi will probably overtake him for that spot once he finishes, because like you said, like he's the best. Only ones that hasn't been like that guy on this list were like the main guy was James Worthy, but he also got 3 rings and a Finals MVP.
Yeah,
he wasn't that guy, but he was still the guy.
Yeah.
When
he was still a guy.
He was still a guy.
He wasn't the guy, but he was a guy.
Scottie may not have been like, hey, this is your team, but he was like, hey, it's his team, but you after that. Like, so Scottie he's top 5 to me. I cannot be mad that much. So if you got him at 6, shout out on us only having one different order, but it's cool though, because I'm pretty sure our top 3 finna be the same.
Yeah.
So who's your 3?
Kevin Durant.
Same. KD, I don't know if he'll finish higher on this list for me by the time his career is over with, because I'm not sure how the rest of his career is gonna shake out.
If he wins a ring with
the Nets,
I think
you'll have him at number 2.
It depends what his career looks like by the end of it. But I think
if
he does win one with the Nets, then he has an argument now why he should be number 2, but he has more of an argument if he wins one with the Nets.
They're damn near the same, like who we have 2 and 3. But anyway, listen off KD's accolades: 2-time champ, 1 MVP, 11 All-Stars, 9-time All-NBA, 4-time scoring champ. That's crazy. 4-time scoring champ. Kevin
Mike got 10.
Kevin. We're not talking about White right now. Kevin brought up the whole shooting guard. Kevin Durant is very much so probably the most skilled, I think, of all time. I would say that.
The most skilled small forward of all time?
No.
Or most skilled, period?
I want to say almost, period. Skilled scorer is probably for sure, but I think I'm just talking about offensively speaking. Not counting defense as a skill right now. I want to say he's up there. They have 2. The Nets have 2 of them because Kyrie is up there too. Just because Kyrie,
the most skilled scorer of all time.
I think so, because he can do it from every level efficiently.
I don't know.
It's an argument. It's an argument to be made. I got an argument for after this too. I
think
I saw something I meant to bring up and I forgot to send it to you.
I want to say Kobe, but Kobe wasn't like that efficiently.
Kobe wasn't like that efficiently because Kobe didn't have to be like that efficiently. He was taking 50 shots a game.
But then I want to say Mike.
But Mike just couldn't shoot threes. And that was just the time. It was just the time
I don't think he chose to.
Yeah, it was the time that he wasn't meant to shoot threes. When he wanted to shoot threes, when they were saying Clyde is a better shooter, he was like this.
I mean, if we're really talking about most skilled scorer, I mean, it's kind of hard to be a top 10.
It is.
It's
10 times. Let's say it's an argument. It's an argument for that in a second.
Right.
Let's finish the list. I got something. I got something.
All right.
I got something. But anywho, yeah, Kevin Durant came in right away. One of the few to come in right away and was like, you are really that guy off the rip. He came in averaging 20 points a game.
Yeah. Mike came in averaging 28.
God damn it. Why you keep bringing up niggas bringing up the greatest player of all time? This is the 3rd greatest small forward. There's no way.
Allen Iverson came in averaging 23.
All right. You bringing up players I like more than this motherfucker.
LeBron brought up 20. Carmelo also 20.
LeBron and Mike was 20.
Tyreek Evans 20.
Man, fuck Tyreek Evans. Nigga fell off after
Tyreek
that.
Evans one of the few players to do 25 and 5 his rookie year.
And then fell off after that.
And it fell completely off after.
But yeah, KD is one of the few players in the history of the game. No matter where he's at, he's going to be himself. I know the biggest knock on his legacy is like, oh well, like he went to the Warriors and he
joined a 73-9 team.
Yeah, it's not like they went 74-8. Looking back on it, I know me and you still would have liked him to go elsewhere. We were literally anywhere else. Like, well, you just lost to this team. He was like, I don't know if you watched that interview with Draymond yet, but he keeps saying that all the time. Anyway, he's like, it was just the right thing I think to do for my career. I wanted to win. They wanted to win, so let's win. It was like one of those things. But the system in Golden State was still Steph. But the fact that it was Steph's system, right. And he still low key, and he still came away with those Finals MVPs or something.
I mean, Steph Curry is known to not win a Finals MVP.
At this point, it is. Yeah, but
Iguodala got one.
Well, he should. Yeah,
I want Iguodala.
I was halfway expecting you to say it when I said who's your number 3. I thought you was just going to say Iguodala. But yeah, no, like he should have probably won that one over Iggy too. But that's an argument for another day. What was I saying? Yeah, Kevin Durant is the only player to probably go into any system, and he's like that. He's going to be the same no matter what. He's probably going to put up 27 to 30 a game, shooting damn near 50, 40, 90, and giving you demoralizing buckets. No matter what. Even in Steph's system, he's like, I'm gonna fold for you sometimes, but I'm gonna pick my spots, get my shots, and I'm still shooting pretty damn efficiently at that. Yeah. And then he saved Steph's ass a couple times. Shout out Rico actually calling me out last week on Clay. I think I said Clay bailed out the Warriors. He said, "No, stay with your chest." He bailed out Steph multiple times. I was like, oh.
Probably.
He not wrong. Steph is on the Warriors, so he did.
Steph is on the Warriors.
He did bail out Steph in some games where Steph probably wasn't playing how Steph should have been playing, but still.
Hey, it happens.
It happens, you know. That's what teammates are for.
Yeah, somebody's got to step up.
But
that's what Tony Kukoc was for.
Go ahead with the second greatest small forward of all the times.
Mr. Larry Bird. Larry Legend.
The hick from French Lick.
The great white hope. The hope of the white greats. There you go. 3-time champ.
The reason for Twitter. Somewhat.
Oh yeah, the reason for Twitter. Yeah, that was one of my fact of the week.
Yeah.
You
be out here Twitter, dropping knowledge, boy.
The Twitter bird is named Larry.
3-time champ.
3-time champ.
3-time MVP.
3-time MVP.
12-time All-Star.
10-time
All-NBA.
10-time All.
3-time All-Defense.
3-time All.
3 more All-Defensive than Kevin Durant.
Indeed.
Even if he wins a ring.
And his rings mean something.
Tied with KD. If KD wins another, he'll then tie Larry Bird.
Larry's rings mean something.
Larry's rings hold the weight.
Yeah.
KD's don't hold the weight.
Especially
he was that
going
guy.
against Magic Johnson.
Well, I'm just imagining how great it was to probably watch those games. Not to say this part that I'm going to say is great, but
those had to be crazy.
It was just coked up watching Magic Johnson and Larry Bird go at it. All through the 80s.
Yeah, all through the 80s.
It's just like this, damn.
Man, this Coke is great. But you know what else is great? Magic Johnson and Larry Bird going at each other.
Helped save the NBA when the NBA was going to shite.
Yeah.
Going to shite.
But Larry, man.
He and Magic Johnson.
Larry Bird, the greatest white player of all time.
Undoubtedly.
Dirk Nowitzki, probably number 2.
Yeah.
Probably number 2.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Steve Nash?
Nah.
Dirk.
Hell no.
I mean Jason. No, Jason Kidd is black.
Jason Kidd is half black.
Whatever.
You can only take half of them.
Half of Jason Kidd. How great would he be? And then I think unanimously, for sure, unanimously.
GOAT Jr. Number 2 GOAT.
Baby GOAT.
GOAT
1B.
Yeah, GOAT 1B. LeBron James.
Raymond James.
Yeah, Raymond.
4 rings.
10 finals appearances.
10.
10.
He's 10.
That's
4 MVPs.
He has finals appearances of people's careers. People play 10 years in the league. He's been to the finals 10 times. Yeah, that's crazy.
Think about
couldn't
LeBron,
get 6 of them things though.
He could not. We don't know yet. He might get 5 this year, and then we never know.
With old Melo,
but
old Dwight.
Well, I need Melo.
Old Rondo.
I need Melo to get a ring so bad.
Imagine this team currently that they had, this Lakers team in 2012.
They said this team would have won the ring in 2013.
No doubt in my mind.
There's no, yeah.
That would have been a 73-9 team right there.
Damn near, yeah. The only spot they wouldn't have been great at right now would be the 2. The only. Oh no! If this was 2013,
they would have still had
Rondo at the 1, put Russ at the 2.
They would have had rookie right? Rookie Anthony Davis, 2012. Rookie Anthony Davis.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. If it was 2012, yeah. 2012, 2013. Damn, yeah. It would have been rookie AD. But still, Dwight.
Yeah.
Dwight.
Dwight around your lips.
I thought you were saying Rondo for some reason. I don't know. I thought you were saying Rondo. Yeah, like we said, though. Baby GOAT Jr., 1B, whatever you want to put him at. If you put him at the GOAT, I ain't mad at it. The arguments are to be had. Like I said, though, four finals MVPs, 4 rings. Like he said, 10 finals appearances. LeBron's biggest, not knock, the biggest attribute to his argument for being the greatest, even the greatest marvel of the time, is his longevity. There's not a whole lot of players who maintain this level of greatness for this long. Think about how old I was the first time he made the finals, and then the last time he made the finals. I was 10 the first time. He got swept, but I was still 10. And then the last time I was 23.
That's pretty crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
That's
crazy. 10 years old. Now we're grown as men.
Grown as shit, and this motherfucker is still making finals. Except this year, last year. We'll see how this year shakes out.
Yeah.
But 17-time All-Star, 7-team All-NBA, and then 6-time All-Defense.
That's a ridiculous amount of longevity.
Yeah, it's real life ridiculous. Whenever he's
always there.
Whenever he falls off, it's gonna be like, is he really falling off? Like what's crazy? We know he's falling off now. He's not in his like prime no more, but he's still.
He don't play defense no more.
No, he gave up on that a while ago.
Yeah,
he gave up on that. I think right when he got back to Cleveland, like that second year in Cleveland, he was like, all right, or the third year in Cleveland.
I think he stopped playing defense.
You got the Lakers.
Nah, it would be the second stint in Cleveland, but it was. I want to say it's after he won the finals.
Yeah, so that third year.
No more defense for me.
Third year.
I did it, Cleveland.
This is for you. You get nothing else.
Yeah, it's all chase down blocks from here on out and nothing else. Do not expect me to play perimeter defense.
Unless the last 2 minutes of the game and we really need a set.
Yeah. Or your name is
Dylan Brooks. Unless Dylan Brooks is pissing me off.
Yeah.
Or some other random motherfucker that has to talk shit for no reason.
Yeah.
Unprovoked.
Yeah,
baby GOAT. I think solidified #1 small forward. I don't think there should be any argument for that. And if you got the argument, you can just take it to yourself. You don't need that negativity in the world.
Yeah.
Keep your stupidity to yourself.
Yeah. That's true.
Indeed.
Speaking facts.
So that is the conclusion of the top 10 small forwards of all time. But we got some honorable mentions.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the 3 that I got. I'm going to just say the first one. I don't like him very much, but in the time that he was playing, he was the truth.
I see what you did.
Paul Pierce is my first honorable mention. I know people probably that ring that you got with the Defensive Player of the Year and another Hall of Famer. If you put Melo in that situation, they win it probably about 2 or 3 of them motherfuckers. But you can play ifs and ands all day. Yeah. So I'm not going to say that. Melo didn't get a ring for his own reasons. I understand if you have Paul Pierce over Melo because of the ring. I get it. I really do. But no.
You'd be wrong.
You'd be wrong in my opinion. It's cool. But no, Paul Pierce was like that though. He was like that so much that, like I said, y'all heard the truth. Shaq named him the truth. Shaq is probably the greatest nickname giver of all time because that shit is there's no better nickname I think damn near than the truth, or more accurate I should say, at least for Paul Pierce, because he was not athletic like that.
But he was the truth.
He was crafty. Like
he put that ball in the basket by any means necessary. He'll get it in there.
I don't even like Paul Pierce like that. I really don't. But my favorite play is he was literally talking shit to Al Harrington, like jawing Al Harrington. Yeah. Like, I'm finna give you a bucket. He didn't even make a move. No, he just literally pulled that bitch. He's like, I'm finna give you a bucket. I'm pretty sure it's Al Harrington. I think it was.
Yeah.
But that's my favorite highlight. I was struggling because I hated Paul Pierce, but I wanted KG to win the ring.
Yeah, they don't love you like that.
They
don't love you like that.
They don't love you like that. Only in Boston. I don't know why you thought she was getting love anywhere else besides Boston, but I think Draymond snapped them back to reality. But my second favorite Paul Pierce highlight, it's a low light, is when he threw his wristband or headband into the crowd and they threw that shit right back. They threw that shit right back.
My favorite Paul Pierce lowlight is when he said he was better than D Wade.
And then Jalen Rose killed his life on ESPN. Yeah. Jalen Rose didn't have to do that. Jalen Rose did not have to. He could have just let a boy. Paul Pierce looked sad as hell. I felt bad for Paul Pierce.
Sometimes you got to be humble. Everybody gets humbled eventually, and that was that time to be humble.
That was his humbling experience because he was there. He was like,
"Don't say you're better than D Wade. D Wade is resume is quite
elite.
Quite elite.
Top 3 shooting guard.
Top 3 shooting guard
with bad knees. Squeezed out a top 10 shooting guard career. Top 15, top 20 all the time. Arguments to be had later on.
Indeed.
In years on the Laboratory Podcast.
Oh.
We got other stuff to get to. Got other shit to get to. Who is your honorable mentions?
I also had Paul Pierce on my honorable mention, but who else I have is Dominique Wilkins.
Dominique is also on mine.
The human highlight. I don't remember.
I think it's human highlight film.
it's film or real, and I'm unsure.
This is what happens when you're born in '97.
Low key, during his prime. But Dominique Wilkins
had the unfortunate.
Buckets,
he was
buckets,
a bucket.
Buckets.
He was real life a bucket. He was Michael Jordan without the defense and intensity because he had all the bounce, and maybe not the mid range, but he was still a bucket.
He was a bucket though.
He was cold.
He averaged 30 a couple seasons.
Yeah, he just had the unfortunate time of playing in the prime of Michael Jordan, the Bad Boys, and Larry Bird.
Yeah, there was nothing you could do. You did what you could. He was not going nowhere.
You did what you could.
Random fact about
Sir Dominique Wilkins.
I bet y'all didn't really know that this man played for the Spurs. He played for the Spurs. He played for the Clippers.
Is this the fun fact of the week?
No.
Oh, okay.
He played for the Spurs, the Clippers. Who else? And the Orlando Magic.
It is really random. That's all random as hell.
Yeah. You only think of him in the Hawks. I thought he was like a Hawks lifer.
Yeah. I don't know why I pictured that too, but
and then you see him. He played for other just a random assortment of teams.
Yeah. I wish the NBA brought this back because he won it when it was called something different. Now they call it Most Improved. I do like the Most Improved because if you're in the league in a few seasons, you make that random jump in like your third, fourth season. Yeah. I think you should be honored for that. I also do want to. Maybe it doesn't happen often enough to warrant it, but I would like the NBA to bring back the comeback player of the year because he's had. I think does it baseball have that? Is it baseball that has comeback player of the year?
Maybe.
Let us know. I don't watch baseball like that. But he won it. He's one of the few players off the rip, at least other than Kevin Durant, because I can't think of any other like stars who've done it. Tore their Achilles and came back pretty much exactly the same.
Yeah.
If not better. Because he was still hooping once he came back. And that was at a time where we don't have nowhere near the medical like technology advancement that we have now. So Kevin Durant doing it now is still crazy.
He just came back on pure athleticism.
Yeah, that helped too. Probably helped that he's still dunking now. I saw a video the other day. I was like, he's 65. This shit makes me feel bad.
I wish I could.
Or 55, whatever it is. It's not depressing, but it's like, damn. And he's doing it. You just like, he's not even jumping for real.
Yeah. No effort.
No. Yeah, my last, I had Dominique Wilkins as well. My honorable mentions is Grant Hill.
Shout out to Grant Hill.
This is probably me being biased just a little bit because I'm a Duke fan through and through.
Yeah.
But Grant Hill, while being the greatest, probably Blue Devil of all time, he came to the league. He was just cut short by injuries. He made quite a few All-Star teams. He came in the league giving Mike.
His career wasn't cut short. It was just his prime.
Yeah, his prime was cut short. He still squeezed out an 18-year career.
Yeah. Played till he was 40.
He squeezed out a career. After that, he was just that great. That's how I'll say it. He was able to carve out a role. Like, I'm still gonna be solid. I might not be the all-star that I was bound to be, like continuous all-star that I was bound to be, but I'm gonna still be like that. He came in the gate giving Mike and Pippen both buckets. So he was pretty like that.
He was giving them problems.
He was the problem child. I think if he doesn't get hurt, he finishes at probably top 5 small forward of all time, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
He was, like, when people, like, he had to handle, he big body. Like, people say, like, oh, well, you can compare him to LeBron a little bit. LeBron had surpassed him after his, like, 7th season in the league. But like people used to make that comparison all the time because he could real life do it all.
He could do it all. He was out there rebounding. Like rebounding,
passing a little bit. Maybe not like the level of passing that we see from like Larry Bird and LeBron, but he was still pretty good damn playmaker for somebody who had to put the ball in the bucket for the rest of the team too. Yeah. Shout out Grant Hill. That's who I missed on my honorable mention. But who I do have is I'm just a personal fan. I like Chris Mullin. Oh. I like Chris Mullin. Chris Mullin was out there getting buckets with the Warriors. He was part of that TMC crew.
Yeah, he was a 5-time All-Star. He was a part of that Dream Team.
Legacy boost. Yeah, legacy booster.
Definitely a legacy boost. If you're a part of the Dream Team,
you cannot play, but guess what? You still on the team.
Yeah, like Christian Laettner gets a little bit of love just because he was on that '92 Dream Team.
He gets a lot of love from Duke fans too, who for some reason think he's one of the greatest players of all time.
He's probably one of the greatest
not
Duke players.
I'm not talking about Duke. He's just period.
Hey man, he played for the Dream Team,
and that's the argument that they have.
Yeah,
at the time when the Dream Team was, or when the Olympic team was like, hey, we're gonna pick one who's gonna be rookie each year, and they're gonna be on the team. That's why AD was on the 2012 team.
Yeah.
Given, nonetheless, you still like top of the game. You literally one of the best hoopers in the world. So.
Shout out to Chris Mullin.
Chris Mullin was a bucket.
If we're missing anybody, we
ain't having more than that. We just each gave 2.
We can't
keep giving. Well, yeah, honorable mention.
But there's probably somebody we're missing though.
It is probably somebody we're missing,
and somebody's gonna let us know.
I can't think of nobody we're missing right now. Who's playing right now that we could put up here?
Paul George.
Paul George actually was supposed to be in my honorable mentions. I'm not going to lie.
That's the only one I can think of.
Paul George is an honorable mention. No matter how much y'all hate Paul George, no matter how much it's funny and fun and cool.
Chris Middleton. He does have a ring.
I was gonna say no. I literally had to catch myself. I was like, he got a ring now. Yeah. And he was a pretty decent reason for that ring.
Ron Artest. Just throw him in there. He does also.
Steven Jackson. He got a ring too.
Yeah.
With the Spurs.
Does he?
He does.
Was he on that Spurs team?
He was.
Okay.
He wasn't like the big reason for it. He was a rotation player though. Regardless, he got a ring. I'm just talking shit at this point, just from what people say. Y'all forgetting, motherfuckers. I do have an argument for next week, so we got time to debate about it. So I'm gonna give it to you now.
All right.
The Mount Rushmore of scoring is 4.
Okay.
And the list, I think I said was like the 4 most skilled scorers of all time. It was LeBron, Kobe, Mike, and Kevin Durant. I think was on that list. I'm pretty sure those are the 4.
All right.
So if you got a different 4, come with that 4 next week on the Laboratory Podcast with Dax and Los. We talk about basketball life or whatever the hell we like. It's him and me, his man's to the right. But it's your favorite time of the week. It's the favorite time. Where's the fact of the week, that motherfucker?
Oh,
that's what the favorite time is.
I was waiting for you to say
it's the favorite time. You're supposed to be getting it ready, but no, it's fact of the week.
So, we all know Sir Kobe. R.I.P. Kobe. I wish I brought this up last week, but I didn't see it until earlier this week. So Kobe Bean, we all know, had a career with number 8. Career with number 24. Now, it's a continuous career, we know. But if you take the career of number 8 and you take the career of number 24, he has outscored in both individual careers. He has outscored 96 other Hall of Famers.
Damn.
So number 8 Kobe is better than 96 Hall of Famers. Number 24 Kobe is better than 96 Hall of Famers.
Damn.
And he was both of them.
Both of
them.
Yeah. Kobe is elite.
In both aspects.
Elite.
Of number 8 and 24. One was they're just what's crazy? That I really relate them differently. Like, I think of number 8 Kobe as athletic Froby that was just dunking people and had a mean crossover.
And then 24
is just all post.
Cerebral.
Yeah, cerebral, rip your head off. I'm put you in the post and there's nothing you can do about it.
And he was successful doing both of them.
Yes, extremely successful.
Extremely successful.
One had 3 rings, the other one had 2.
3 of them rings.
One of them had an MVP and 2 Finals MVP. But yeah, nonetheless, Kobe has a Hall of Fame career with number 8, and he has a Hall of Fame career with number 24, and he was both of those guys.
He was that guy.
Yeah,
he is that guy. He forever will be.
He is
that guy.
He is the same animal,
the same beast.
But it. Nah,
wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait.